Newspeak Creative, a truly global enterprise, with Matt in France, Allegra in the UK, and Kurt in Japan. Working together over the last 12 weeks, Newspeak Creative developed the Animal Farm GCSE revision app for Trethera School. As outlined in the brief, students need a facility that enables them to do low-stakes quizzing to test their knowledge. The challenge is to find a balance between fun, engaging, and educational. Newspeak Creative have achieved this through the app you will now see.
Hi, I'm Matt. I worked on the coding and the user interface design for the app. Historically, to build a native app for iOS and Android, developers had to be skilled in two distinct programming languages, the Swift language for iOS development and Java for Android. We chose to build our app with Flutter, a modern open source framework developed by Google. With Flutter, we are able to build an app for both Android and iOS from a single codebase written in the Dart programming language. Covering both major platforms is important so that the app is accessible to as many students as possible regardless of the type of device they own. It is also for this reason that our app is developed to work entirely offline. A student can use all features without needing an internet connection, so everyone has equal access. The app's graphical user interface is built using Google's Material Design Framework, a visual language that combines design with the innovation of technology and science. The framework works great on both Android and Apple devices. Existing examples of apps using Material include YouTube, Gmail, and Airbnb.
My main task for the app has been creating the content. Using the original text and 5 study guides, I wrote over 200 questions covering the story, the characters, and George Orwell. What we wanted for all the content was that there were no wasted opportunities to either test the user's knowledge or present them with information about Animal Farm. I came up with the idea for a social media feed called Trotter as another way to keep the user engaged. There are 240 trots covering the story of the book chronologically from the character's point of view. In addition to the content creation, I'm also involved with the accessibility of the app. It's currently being beta tested by a group of people who are colourblind and another group who are dyslexic. Their feedback will enable us to ensure all the users will have a similar experience. One early comment was relating to the speed of the questions, so we'll be giving more time for each question to level the playing field for all users.
Hi, my name is Kurt Wunderlich, and I worked on the avatar design and the animations. We went with a low poly look, which is a real retro style that's been noted in a lot of papers and journals recently with indie games. It kind of harks back to that low poly aesthetic of the PS1, Sega Saturn, and Nintendo 64 game graphics. With this, you can see it recently in Minecraft being the most notable. And quoting Tim Schneider of Killscreen, with this approach, you really don't have to depict everything. If you just get the gesture or the impression of it, you're good to go. So the low poly aesthetic really fits in with working with 2D work in Flutter, where we don't have the opportunity to really use full-blown 3D models. Avatar design started off with a basic sketch where I built the avatars into a low poly appearance. Animations were handled in Flare, which is a new tool for Flutter animation, which allows you to build your assets and then run them directly in Flutter without the need to redo the work in code. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name's Lucy Newnham, Deputy Head of English at Trethera School. The app in itself looks amazing. The design is really professional. I like how the characters have been created. I like how they look, what they represent. And the Trotter feed is hilarious, really well researched, and it's such a good idea. I cannot wait to let this roll out with students. They're going to love it. So thank you so much for all the work you've done. It's really amazing.